This week on Country Music Junkies, I'm so pleased to be speaking with Tareya of Autumn Hill. Tareya, how are things going?
Great, thanks.
We're really pleased to be talking with you. We love Autumn Hill and all of your music that you have put out through that duo. Now, we're pumped to hear that you are also pursuing a solo career. That is super awesome. Let's talk about that and kind of what made you decide to venture off and do your own thing.
Yeah, I mean, Autumn Hill was incredible. I mean, the experiences, the fans we met, I learned so much. I have so much gratitude for that entire experience in the band, and it just kind of felt like Mike and I were kind of ready to take that next step, and you know, the next chapter kind of looked a little bit different than we had initially, you know, imagined it when we started the band. It just felt like the right time to kind of explore our independent, you know, musical journeys.
Absolutely. So you've got a new single to be released June 2nd, which is super exciting, called Summer Wheels. Let's talk about that and kind of how the song came together, and why is this the song that you wanted to put forth first as part of your solo career?
Okay. So every January, my husband Doug and I, we go down to Florida, and we just kind of spend some time driving along the coast and, you know, having breakfast, watching the surfers. And this is like a new experience for me, because I mean, I grew up in Calgary where it was like mountains and the Stampede and prairie. So, you know, the first time I saw the ocean, I was in my 20s. So, you know, to kind of be in this totally different world. And I mean, he's a classic car collector, so every time we go down there, he brings this like awesome car that he's going to auction off, so we get to drive that down the coast. And it's just such an incredibly inspiring experience that I just felt like I had to just kind of capture the moment, and I really wanted to just write a song about it.
That's so cool. Well, again, fans, be sure to be on the lookout for Tareya's new single, her solo debut called Summer Wheels. Be sure to request it at radio if you're not hearing it yet. Let's talk a little bit about your sound and your identity as a solo artist now. This song definitely has a country kind of pop R&B vibe. I know you're working on an upcoming record. Is that the sort of vibe that you're going to carry through into a full project?
I think, you know, this record was really different for me to make. I mean, I'm doing it independently, and it's my first solo record, and I'm doing a lot of like soul searching as I write the songs and as I record the songs, and I feel like I'm just really how do I say it? I'm finding out a lot about myself as I write this record, and you know, the songs that we're thinking right now for the record it's a bit of an eclectic mix. The genre is, you know, country pop. There's a little bit of R&B influence in there. So I think this song is definitely one of the more fun, upbeat, like carefree girl power songs. And then there's some other ones that are definitely more emotional, and you can hear the influences, you know, from my childhood, my teenage years, like, you know, people like Sarah McLachlan and Shania Twain and Chantal Kreviazek and Jane Arden. That's kind of all very much present in the other songs as well. So I would say it's definitely a mix, with Summer Wheels being the more like upbeat, fun, vibey song.
Okay, got it. Well, that sounds really cool. I look forward to hearing the other songs on the record. Can you talk to us about some of the stories that you're going to be telling?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Ooh, how do I not give too much away?
Sorry.
There's definitely a lot on there about just my experiences in the last 6 years. You know, from the moment I decided to move to Toronto, and just kind of that leap of faith and changing your life and leaving everything, you know, behind. And it goes, you know, back to the very start of this journey for me, to a song, one of my favorite songs on there that's co-written with Christian Rada, who is also a writer on Blame.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, it's one of my favorite songs on the record, and it's just inspired by kind of, how would I even say it? Just everything you go through in life to make you who you are, and you know, there's some inspiration from my parents, and my dad is very much an artist, and I'm trying so hard. It's like taboo. I'm like trying not to give too much away, but trying to explain the song. But there's just a lot on there about my experiences in the last maybe 10 years and what I went through as just an individual, you know, overcoming fears and growing as a person, and really just pursuing what you love and being really determined and resilient and trying to be graceful and trying to navigate, you know, this world and this life and your passion. And I just wanted it to be a really honest record. I didn't want a line on the album that wasn't true or that didn't happen, you know, just for story's sake. It's very much, I'm bearing my soul, and I'm trying my hardest to do it in the most, you know, inspiring, beautiful way I possibly can. You know, this may be my only opportunity to make a record like this, and I'm not taking it for granted. I want to put everything I can into this record.
Well, that sounds amazing. Again, I can't wait to hear it. I know that it's still kind of in the works at the moment, but do you have sort of a rough idea of when fans can expect to have that released?
Yeah, we're thinking September is the release month that we're aiming for.
Amazing. So we'll be sure to be on the lookout for that. Now, if fans want to connect with you directly, what's the best place for them to do that?
I would say probably on, you know, either Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's just Tareya Official across the board. So I'm very, responsive if they want to connect with me on there. That's probably the best place to do it.
Amazing. Well, Tareya, thank you so much for chatting with us. Fans, again, be sure to check out Summer Wheels, her debut solo single. Be sure to request it at radio if you aren't currently hearing it. And, Tareya, thank you so much.